Hello, I'm attorney Louis Haskell, and today is Sunday, March 7, 2021. And yesterday, the Senate passed yet another stimulus bill. Although this bill is not law yet, we have every reason to believe that this bill will pass the House in the exact same form as the Senate, and that President Biden will sign it, so we can talk about it as if it is the law. It is, of course, the middle of tax season, and there's a lot of stuff in this law that requires immediate action or, for a lot of people, inaction, and a lot of stuff that people think requires immediate action, which do not. First of all, one of the more interesting provisions of the stimulus bill, and something that was not in it as recently as 2 or 3 days ago, is an exemption for $10,200 of unemployment benefits. Now, a lot of people who collected unemployment have already filed their tax returns. For those people, you will need to contact your tax preparer, but don't do it right away. I mean, first of all, this is not the law yet. It won't be the law until probably the middle of the week, maybe even the weekend. And more importantly, after it becomes law, the IRS has to do a lot of things, not the least of which is change the forms. And then once the IRS completes their work on these changes, the various software companies have to do their changes. So it'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks. It may even be a month or more before we are able to amend tax returns to claim that exemption for people who have already filed, or to file tax returns that we are holding in order to get it all done in one fell swoop. So this is an important change. It is an immediate change. It is a retroactive change, um, but but we all have to be patient with the process, because again, the IRS controls this process, and we can't do anything until they do something. And again, it's not even the law yet, although we can safely assume that it will be. So that's a big one. Another big one is yet another round of stimulus, $1,400 checks this time. Uh, the stimulus payments will be based upon either the 2019 or 2020 tax return, depending upon which was the last one filed. Obviously, if you had a very good 2020, and your income rose above the $75,000 threshold for a single person, or above the $150,000 threshold for a married couple, you want to hold off filing and let them give you your stimulus based on your 2019 numbers. If you're somebody who was over the threshold in 2019, but below it in 2020, or otherwise had a reduction of income in 2020, you want to be filing quickly anyway, so that you can go recover the two previous stimulus checks, as well as set yourself up to have the third one sent to you automatically. So that is a situation where some people may want to hold off and other people may want to hurry up. There are other issues which do not impact the 2020 tax season, but a lot of people think do. The big one there is the new child tax credit. Yes, it is going up, but it's going up for 2021. There will be an advance payment on this child tax credit, and that will begin as monthly payments beginning in July. Um, I suppose there may be some people, who are straddling that $400,000 line, who may want to think about this strategically. But for most people, this is a non-event in terms of their 2020 tax filing. I've had several clients argue with me already when I tell them they're getting 2,000 a child. Um, but for 2020, that's what you're getting. For 2021, it'll be $3,000 for a child 17 or younger, which is the 17 is a nice change, because it used to be the maximum age was 16, and a lot of clients weren't understanding why they weren't getting it at 17, since they're still under 18, which is usually the big age. Um, the reason for that, by the way, is that they did get the tax credit in the child's year zero. So there are 18 years of tax credit there. But we're very happy to see this change, so the parents of 17-year-olds can get this tax credit. And again, it's for 2021. By the way, 3,600 for children. I believe it's 5 and under. Um, and again, there should be automatic payments beginning in July. One of the problems that I have in doing this video is, it's a little early to be saying exactly how all of this is going to work. Um, Not only is it not law yet, but we have zero guidance from the IRS, or any other agency of government for that matter. And so, a lot of what's been said is speculation, including everything I just said, is speculation, but pretty well informed speculation. To go beyond what I've already said, however, is not well informed speculation. It's guessing. So, I know people have a lot of questions. If I didn't cover it in this video, it's probably because I don't want to talk about it. However, as this begins to percolate, and as the IRS starts putting out guidance in various forms, probably in the form of frequently asked questions, as we learn more about it, I will report. By the way, I do a lot of broadcasts about PPP and the Employee Retention Tax Credit. While the media keeps saying that the stimulus bill is, helps small business, it really doesn't change anything. It appropriates about $6 or $7 billion to the PPP program, but the PPP program still has over $100 billion that hasn't been claimed yet. So it's challenging to get excited about that, or to be telling people to change their behavior over that. Similarly, there's nothing in here on the employment retention tax credit or any of those things. There's lots of money for states in various forms, but that doesn't really affect taxpayers directly. So for now, let me just say, please stay safe, please stay strong, and I look forward to working with people in terms of the various issues that I have just discussed.